Transformers in general is for everybody. People of all races and ages watched the cartoons, watched the movies growing up, and so if Transformers is for everyone.
Prime. This is about the fate of all living things. Unicron is coming.
I want to know, your character is very physical. What kind of training did you undergo to play the character?
I was working out with a trainer in Montreal and where we were shooting in Peru. So it was really like just working on just staying loose, stretching a lot. We were, lifting weights and just trying to do a lot of exercises to stay loose. We had the movie, right? It was really physical and getting dropped like 30 feet by a robot or climbing
rocks. But I was not prepared. But Anthony did cover that I get some training. He made sure to look out for me, so that was very nice. Appreciate you.
I appreciate it. It's all right. All right. Yeah, I just want to make sure, we was all in shape and so, it was really important to just stay in shape, just stay loose for the movie. Didn't want to I got hurt anyway still. It was really physical, but just try not to get hurt badly.
Oye, cuéntame, ¿cómo fue que veniste a dar a Transformers? ¿Qué te llevó a Transformers? ¿Cómo te reclutaron? ¿Cómo hiciste algún casting? ¿Cómo fue? A ver, cuéntanos.
Sí. Y bueno, muchas gracias por la entrevista. Se dio, pues quiero pensar y gracias a Dios ha sido por el trabajo que hemos venido haciendo en los últimos años y también pues fue un proceso de audición, un proceso de casting, trabajar con Steven Caple, el director, el personaje, hasta que se sintiera él contento con lo que buscaba y se imaginaba, y yo también que hubiera un balance y encontramos a ese Wheeljack mexicano, latino, es el primer Autobot latino, entonces que se sintiera latino desde el principio, y yo en lo personal mexicano con un ayayay y cosas así. Es el inteligente, el geek, el sabio, el que se la sabe todas y que ayuda a los Autobots que vienen desde Nueva York, cómo le van a hacer en Perú, y pues el Wheeljack ya lleva perdido ahí un tiempo, entonces los ayuda con esta misión y se transforma en una combi vintage, que también son curiosidades de la vida, porque ahorita platicaba de cuando era niño, mis papás tenían una combi, nada más que esa era azul y blanca, entonces también eso está bien loco y está padrísimo, ¿no? A ver qué nos dicen los fans cuando ven la película.
How would you describe your experience working with special effects and CGI in the set? Because it's different, no?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Having them put like tennis balls on a really tall stick and removing it, and then we have to remember where Prime is versus where Bumblebee is, and Anthony and I have to see things happening that's not happening at the same time. It's really interesting, but we both come from theater. And theater is a lot of suspension of disbelief and creating worlds that's not really before your eyes a lot of the times. So I think that probably helped.
Yeah, and it's like using your imagination too, It's like...
I said that. No.
You just said that, right? You said that?
Yeah.
My bad, bro. I was totally not. I was blanking. It's early. We're the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Warming up.
Yeah. No, but yeah, again, me and, Dom's a great scene partner. And when she's not there, you just kind of use your imagination to that's the third time we said that. So, yeah.
Okay.
He said, okay.
This is not our war.
Optimus, we must trust each other to protect the home we all share.
Nowadays, we see more inclusion in the movies. Why do you think the studios are concerned about it?
I think the world looks like this. The world is diverse. The world's full of different people from different places and different backgrounds. You know, so I think the studios are finally like, well, maybe the movie should look that way. And also, you know, it's nice to have, right? Like, if people feel represented, maybe they'll go to the movies and go see it, right? You
Yeah,
know?
I feel like Transformers in general is for everybody. People of all races and ages watched the cartoons, watched the movies growing up, and so if Transformers is for everyone, I think the studio is starting to realize, and let's really make it feel like it's for everyone.
I've always cast diverse, so it's not new for me. I do think a lot of people have not had the opportunities that they should have. So I think it's right that people are focused on trying to rebalance that, you know. But I think where you can go wrong is if you do it only because of it. You know what I mean? You know, so for instance, Anthony's character here, it's a very specific choice because we knew we were going to Peru. So you wanted him to speak Spanish and you wanted him to feel like it was an environment that was friendly to him. I'm not sure why we felt that way, but we did. So right from the beginning, we actually originally were going to go to Brazil, funny enough. But in either case, we were going to South America. And it just felt right that we would bring a character like Anthony. And also, you know, one of the things we wanted to do with his character is we wanted an underdog. And so the experience of rejection and not getting opportunity is unfortunately more a diverse experience than a white experience. So it was also something that felt true to what we were trying to do was this is a person who we want to be the underdog, who gets what he deserves finally.
How challenge is to retell this story and make it feel different?
Yeah, well, I mean, part of it is just one, being a fan helps a lot because you know what you would want to see on the screen, and two is like the research, knowing what was done before. In our case, we're like in the middle ground of being a movie that takes place after Bumblebee, but before the 2006 Transformers, 2007 Transformers. And so I think a lot of it comes from character work. You know, when you're stepping into characters, taking places they haven't been before, giving them different kind of arcs, it allows for just like a new air to breathe. And then that goes into casting as well. So when I say characters, I mean Optimus Prime as a robot. He's been in all the films. How can you see his arc? And then with our human characters, Noah and Elena, you know, their backgrounds, who they are as people, being in a movie like this, what are some of their arcs and storylines? So you start from there, and then gradually it feels like everything else is kind of natural. And yeah, and we also have the Beasts, which are kind of new within itself.
What advice Michael Bates gives you to direct this movie?
He gave me CGI visual effects advice. You know, he was definitely busy. He was directing his own film, and so when we did talk or chop it up, it was mainly about like how to manage and what were some of the tricks of the trade that he's done in the past. He's done 5 of these. So for me, I was trying to develop my own style and figure out how I want to approach, you know, bringing CGI robots to life. But there's a level of like knowledge that he knows and wisdom because of all of his experience. So a lot of it became, all right, how to make colors pop, how to manage different vendors and things like that when trying to get to the, you know, to the finished product.